Hey guys, so I was just thinking, as we enter what feels like, day 232 of the quarantine, that some of you might be getting a slightly bored, of all those wonderful video games and all those other cool things that whatever teenagers do these days. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, and I was thinking, hey, maybe, just maybe this would be an awesome time for you guys to get in to some reading. So that led me to thinking, well, where are you going to get some books? So I mean, I'm a lucky guy, right? Like I live in the same house as this guy named Nolan, who literally has, like an entire library for me to steal from. And also I was able to steal some books from the PWHS library, borrow some books. I plan on returning them. Sorry, Mrs. Rowett. But maybe you didn't have that chance. So I want to introduce you today, or hopefully reintroduce you today, that wonderful app that we have called Sora. I'm going to show you how to use it, how to log into it, and how you can maybe borrow some books to spend some time reading during this quarantine. Of course, just for fun, no pressure. All right, this is just if you are at that point where you're desperate enough to read, Sora can maybe be the app that is just right for you. So I'll show you how to do it. We'll take you through how to do it on a computer, how to do it on a cell phone, and if you have any questions, obviously feel free to message me directly either through Instagram, or of course you can email me on my work account. All right, awesome guys, let's get to it. One of the first things you need to do is to find your student ID number, which you can find on your timetable if you have a printed copy with you. If not, go to the website portalparents.ca, sign in. Your parents should know how. It's how they check your report card, and find yourself. So in this case, I just looked up my son Nolan, and once you do that, you'll see your ID number, and your ID number is your Sora account number. Although most of you will use Sora on a handheld device like a cell phone, it's good to know how to use it on a computer. So the first thing you need to do is to go to our Western Quebec Library website. So that is simply westernquebec.ca/library, or you can just Google Western Quebec Library and follow the results. Once you get to this website, you need to click on the Sora icon. So that's that cool little space dude that's soaring through the stars. And once you click on that, it'll bring you to this page here. It might show up that Western Quebec School Board is already your library. If that's the case, great, click on that and you're on to your next step. If not, you'll have to find your school. Now, this is where it gets a bit tricky because it says put in your school name, which is Philemon Wright High School, right? Wrong. What you actually need to put in is Western Quebec, because that's the actual name of our library, because all of the schools in the school board use it. Once you put that in, you'll see that is the actual library name. Click on this, and then you need to sign in using your student ID. So where it says username, put in the student ID. Then that brings up the Sora page. So it'll show you what loans you have out at the moment. The binoculars at the bottom are the Explore button. This is how you find different areas. So you can see there's popular subjects. You can also simply search directly for a book. So for example, if I was interested in reading, let's say some dystopian fiction at the moment, because it's suiting, I could simply search for the title of a book that I know to be about, dystopian fiction. So The Hunger Games is a good example. When I click search though, I realized that my preferences were set to only have audiobooks come up. So maybe I want to read all the books. So I change the preferences so that all books will come up. And that preferences button becomes very important because it will show you ways to sort of refine your search so that things that are only available books will show up, or books that are only in audiobooks, or books that are only in French, depending on what you're looking for. And as you can see, I changed this now to everything. Now applies. This will show me all the books that are available now when I search. And again, you'll see there's a list of popular subjects if you don't know the title of the book you're trying to read. So I just finished Oryx and Crake. I don't remember the name of the second book in the trilogy, but I want to read it. So I search Oryx and Crake, and behold, here comes Mac Adams. So I'm going to borrow that, just before anyone else sneaks in there and grabs it, because I am interested in reading the trilogy. But I want to find out if this is the second book, so I can click through it. To browse through a book, you can simply drag the screen, as you can see me clumsily doing here, or you can also just click, and that'll move the screen ahead, just like you're reading a real book. Oh no, this isn't it. This is the final book. Guess I still have to find the second book in the trilogy. So the most popular way to use Sora, especially just because it's the most efficient and easy way to use it, is of course on a cell phone. So the first thing you need to do is download the Sora app. So if you go to your App Store or Google Play Store and search Sora, you'll see the app with, again, this cool little space dude. You've got to download it, open it, and once you do that, you'll have this beautiful screen. Again, you need to find your school, just like we did. So again, you need to search, make sure that you find Western Quebec School Board, make sure this is the one, the address is 15 Katimavik, sign in again using your ID. Once you've signed in to your account, you'll come to this cool home screen, which is very similar to the desktop version. So if you want to do any searches, of course you use the little binocular icon at the bottom. Let's say, for example, I wanted to search for a topic instead of a specific book because I didn't really know what I wanted to read. Let's say I wanted to search for dystopia. I put that into the search bar, and it gives me a bunch of suggestions that fit that genre. The Young Elites by Marie Lu is a great book. My son just finished reading the entire series, and he said it was amazing. So I want to take a look at that. So I can just sample it. I don't have to borrow it right away. And as you can see, it is very simple to simply scroll through the contents of this book, and then you can begin reading. The user interface is very simple to use, and once you start looking through it, and maybe you read a couple of pages and you like it, then you can simply go back and borrow it. Alright, so that is how you would borrow a book using the Sora app. Again, you can choose preferences to change how you want to look for books. So you can choose sort by popularity. You can choose whether you want to look for specific books, available books, whether you want them to be only in audiobook format. Audiobooks are great, especially on a handheld device again, because once again you can listen to it using your headphones while you're just laying in bed, relaxing. And as you can see, if you choose, let's say, the topic humor and fiction, there are plenty of different options if you just want to have a laugh. Carly Hassen's Chomp is a great, it's a younger book, but it's a fun book to listen to. So again, you can scroll through all of these, you can sample them and borrow them if you're interested in actually listening to them. As always, it's a 2-week borrowing window, so you have plenty of time. Let's say you want to look at A Wrinkle in Time. This is what a sample of A Wrinkle in Time sounds like.
Listening Library presents A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline L'Engle. Read for you by Hope Davis. With an appreciation read by Ava DuVernay.
Much with me, even more as an adult. This story saved my life. And across my social media feeds, not only do I find wide and varied reactions, the book is aside for ourselves.
So that's what the audiobooks sound like. They're read professionally, they sound great, you can adjust the speed. Honestly, it's a great app. Alright, so that is how you use the Sora app, either on a computer or a handheld device like a cell phone. I hope the instructions were clear, and I really do hope you guys take the opportunity to use Sora. It's a wonderful app with a ton of great books that you can either read or listen to. And let's face it, we've got plenty of time over the next couple of weeks or even months. So you might as well get some reading done. It's a great way to pass the time, and it'll strengthen those brain cells as well. If you need more information, make sure you do contact me using either Instagram or my work email. I cannot wait to see you guys again in the school, but for now, just stay safe and happy reading.